friends. I hope each of you is doing well. Hi, I'm so excited because here we are, another wonderful episode of Celebrity Catwalk, the famous Jennifer and us. It's really, it's like Celebrity Catwalk, and it's awesome. So thank you so much, Jen, for being with us today, for creating this fantastic platform, and for really making the magic happen with uniting the pet community, from pet parents to charity, and just really helping and giving back. So are you excited, Jen, for this is our second time this week?
Exactly. Thank you, Vasi. Without you, we could not be doing this. It's another Petpix Celebrity Cat Saturday. We're not going to keep everyone too long, but we have a wonderful guest, and thank you, Vasi, for giving us a little bit of your precious weekend time. We just had to come on and highlight, as we've discussed many times, Paws in the City and the Celebrity Catwalk is about many different things. I like to consider it, this wonderful layered onion of different things and different components. And one of the wonderful components is truly rescue to runway. And we have several rescues from day one, from 2013 to now. We've had several rescues who have literally come from rescue to runway. And so today is no different. I'm very, very excited. Thank you, Vasi, for making it possible. Folks, if you come on in, hit that share button. It costs nothing. It's free to help us grow. So hit that share button as you come on in. We have another example of rescue to runway. We have Sara, the momager, as we like to say, and Miss Ella, full name Ella Belafonte, who is a true rescue. And Sarah's going to tell us a little bit. We thought at first we couldn't even get together today because Ella and Sara keep a jam-packed schedule of working with their local humane society. And so, Sara, thank you very, very much for being here. Ella and Sara made their debut in May's Paws in the City. They are going to be back in Edison, New Jersey for our Super Pet Expo in 2023, and we will see them again in Paws in the City in 2023. So thank you, Sara and Ella, for being here. Thank you for making time. I know you have a busy schedule.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
How's it going? Look at Ella. Sara, please tell us how everything, please take us to the beginning, do a little Golden Girls, picture it, Sicily,
Sure.
1924, absolutely.
So it was actually, we'll go back to December of 2020. My beloved Chinese crested monster, I had him for 14 years. He had congestive heart failure for years, 6 years. We've been treating it, best vets I could find. And in the late December, right after Christmas, he ended up with a pericardial tear of his heart. So
is that indicative of the breed? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is that common?
It is. I think it was the mix of the breed, and then also feeding him for so long, the grain-free diet that they had said was so good that was missing that key nutrient, which is now in there. They now add it, but at that time they didn't. So knowing that the time was short, knowing that this was going to hit me very hard, I decided to just put my feelers out. I had gotten in touch with Jennifer from Tender Loving Rescue, Crested Rescue out of Texas. I had put in my application just so I knew when I was ready, I would have a place that I could go look for a new pup. So fast forward a little bit, we're in about March now. He's getting worse. He's on a lot of medications. He can't do much. So I knew the time was getting close. I had, through Tender Loving Crested, I had gotten in touch with the Sisters of the Traveling Vest. and they are very well known to you. So
yes,
that's
yes. Shout out
Yes.
to sisters. Shout out to sisters. Yes. Woohoo!
And they're traveling pups, Puddin' and Adele. So I started following them. And one day I had just went on Facebook and bam, they had just posted something live that they had picked up this pup just running by herself, middle of nowhere, very rural Mississippi. And I looked at her ears were moving up and down, her tail was moving back and forth. And I just right away, I said, that's her. I know that's her. So within literally minutes of that going live, I contacted Jennifer and said, I want her. She's mine. I need her. So, fast forward to April, she's about ready to come. There, she got her spay, she got a good health check. They're actually bringing her to me, which was so awesome because they were heading down to the ranch in Venice. I'm in Florida. So a week before to the day, Monster took a turn for the worst. And I had to help him over the Rainbow Bridge. And it gave me a week to really grieve. And then here's my Band-Aid. She showed up a week later, April 25th.
Wow, she is just like, so beautiful. And, we always will miss your baby. And it's amazing that, our fur babies, they live very special and they live in our hearts and so in pictures. And the two sisters, they are fantastic, and we love, now we have your girl, and we see her really very cute being dressed on the runway and Celebrity Catwalk, and it's just what an incredible story. And I definitely would encourage people, you had a plan B, and see plan B actually happened to really, bring this beautiful girl. And how long have you been a supporter? So how many times have you went to Celebrity Catwalk, or what are your plans? Tell me here.
So her in May, that was her first time. We aren't able to make it in November, unfortunately, but we will make it next year in May. We are doing also the show in Edison. We can't do the other one that's in Virginia because unfortunately I'll be in Europe, not Ella.
Oh.
She could go with me.
Oh.
So we won't be there, but we plan on staying. We plan on being a part of this every year, giving back to the animals and helping the animals. I always wanted to be a vet, but I knew that I couldn't do what a vet needed to do. So I work with people because, people can say, hey, I hurt, hey, I need help. And animals can't always say that. So anything that I can do to try to give back to what has made such a blessing and such a joy in my life, I always want to do that.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you definitely, you definitely do it. And do you know what? It's funny. Recently, I think it was this week, someone asked me, so Vasi, why you didn't become a vet? I'm like, I am the same person. I can't, this will be the most devastating profession with my personality. I'm like, you're right. All of us, we have different gifts. And as long as we have the right intention to be able to help in our own ways, and that's how magic happened. And by the way, we are going to miss you in November, but I'm excited. I will see you for the Big Ten next year in May, because I'm definitely going as well. And I know that Jen has great plans. And do you know what? I actually live in Florida as well.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I live in West Palm Beach area.
Okay.
So I actually did have I photographed someone for Venice as well. I actually shipped them their canvas there after I photographed them. So yeah, we have, for video. It's so good to say the same time zone, because live streaming, one time I was calculating, I had a person from Australia 14 hours ahead. And then I had, someone 7 hours behind. And I was like, oh my God, we are talking about so many. Hi, Jen. Welcome back. Jen is here with us. And by the way, I want to thank you for being with us today, because we kind of decided to get together last minute. And Sara said, yes, Vasi, yes, Jen, we are coming. So we were talking about Sara and I, we are from Florida, and we are very excited for the Big Ten next, year.
Oh, thank you. My apologies, ladies. Like an idiot, I had my phone in the window of the car, and I don't need to tell you what happened next as it became too hot and then shut itself off. So that was my...
Don't worry.
Sara, did you discuss your work with the Humane Society?
Not yet.
I have
Oh,
not.
I haven't Look at
No,
that. I just
we
took
were
a
waiting.
power nap. Okay, so sorry, so sorry.
Things happen.
So I've been doing events. I do events on the weekend because during the week I'm pretty booked with the Humane Society for quite some time now. The Tampa Bay Humane Society just built a new building a little over a year ago. It's a beautiful 100% donation driven, beautiful building with beautiful facilities for the dogs. We have surgical suites. We have everything you could think of. And part of being able to get these dogs faces out there is we go to events. So luckily we have so many supporters in communities that will bring us to their stores, to their restaurants, to their weddings. We do weddings, we do birthday parties, we do everything. And we bring dogs
Sorry, you're
that
gonna
are
have to stop
adoptable.
right there. You do weddings, Sarah? Can
Weddings.
you
I
explain a
know.
little bit about that?
Yes.
So it is
Yes.
called Yappily Ever After. And we will bring dogs from the Humane Society, adoptable dogs that people could adopt at the wedding if they'd like to their weddings to be part of their wedding.
That's amazing. That's so clever.
Yeah,
That is
Wow.
so clever.
it's for a small fee that's 100% goes to the animals.
Of course.
We also do birthday parties for kids
Oh,
where
that's
they can
amazing.
play with puppies, and that's at the Humane Society as well. So, you know, there's so much that they do. They save over 90% of the animals they get. If a dog needs a surgery that is able to be done, they do the surgery. I
Wow.
mean, we take in puppies from all over. They adopt out hundreds of dogs a week, at least 100 a week. They adopt out. They take in many more. So it's a wonderful organization. It's a very big humane society, and I'm just so happy that I can be a part of that.
Wow.
Do you know if they offer, because this is something that some of our participants have run into, do you know if the Humane Society offers low-cost spaying and neutering?
They do. So right next door to the Humane Society, actually one building over, they have a animal clinic. Now that one is, they do have to charge because they do have to staff with, you know, with their staff and stuff. But yes, absolutely. They do low cost spay and neuter. They do low cost visits, low cost other surgeries that pets might need, including, you know, their vaccines. They do everything there.
Amazing.
That's very good to know. And do
Yeah.
you know if that's indicative of all humane societies, Sarah, or just your local?
I do not think so. Our Humane Society is on the large scale. It's the entire Tampa Bay. I know there is one north of us that also does great work in Hernando County, but they're of a much smaller scale. So I don't think they all do it.
Wow, that's amazing. And like in your website, like people, how they can find you? Are you under the big umbrella of the Humane Society, you know, in the country, or do you have your own? Or when they go to the big website, they can find link for yours? How does it work for people to be able to find you?
Sure. It's Humane Society Tampa Bay is where they can find us, and on there you can see all the adoptable animals. Animals come all spayed and neutered. Anything that is 4 months or under is $250 as a puppy. Anything 5 months to 10 years is $125. Anything over 10 years is $50, and that includes all shots up to their age and a spay or neuter. So
Wow.
you can get a great dog, and literally we charge what it costs to run the place.
Wow, that's really amazing, right, Jen?
That's absolutely incredible. I don't think people know that. That's why I think it's so important, is I don't think people are aware of the resources that are right at their fingertips.
Yeah.
So absolutely wonderful. That's really, really incredible.
And you know, in my head, what I'm thinking, I'm like, imagine all of these little cute pups. It doesn't matter the age, being in Celebrity Catwalk runway.
Absolutely.
You know, it's so funny. You know, like being like the, you know, photographer, you know, like all of us, we have, you know, our vision. I'm like, oh my God, imagine a pup going to a kid's birthday or a wedding, someone adopting it and jumping with us on the, you know, to post in the city in November or May. How cool would it be?
Absolutely incredible. And I'm my next question, of course, is, you know, Sarah, we'd love to have more adoptable fur babies at our events going forward. So that's definitely a conversation that I would love to have at some point, because we definitely want to do that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, and the good thing about on the website for Humane Society of Tampa Bay, you can see where all of the events are. We tend to try to take smaller dogs and puppies to the events just because transport, I mean, it's a lot easier. So if people are looking for smaller dogs or puppies, please follow us at those events. Tomorrow I'm going to be at Kendra Scott down in Hyde Park, the jewelry store, and we're going to have at least 3 dogs with us tomorrow. We have anywhere from 3 to sometimes 6 or 7. In October, we have Tails and Tuxes, which is one of our huge yearly supporters, where there'll be tons of dogs. It's a great thing to do. We also do a big in the winter, January, February, we do a big outside park. So there's lots of things. Look on the website. You can find all of our events. We're somewhere every weekend.
That's incredible.
That's
Wow.
incredible. That's
It
absolutely incredible. Are you, I mean, I guess it's Florida, so forgive my ignorance, but are you doing this all year round events, or is it more seasonal?
Yeah, all year round. So we have certain ones that are all year round. We go to Petco's, PetSmarts all year round. We go to a place called Downtown Dogs in Hyde Park in Tampa. We do that once a month, second Sunday of every month. So sometimes it gets a little warm. You know, if it's 90 degrees, we bring shade, we bring water, we bring everything the dogs need. But in the winter, it's a little more pleasant.
Absolutely. That was my next question. So I was like, wait a minute, this is Florida year round.
It gets warm.
I know, Vasi, you can relate to, you know about that.
Yeah, it is absolutely. Now, I do have another question. How do you come up with all of these original ways and places for, to have these pet events? Because I feel that if we ask people who run rescue or participate or volunteer in the rescue organization in the area, they probably would say, but Vasi or Jen, we cannot find a location to accept to host our event. So like, how do you go this way? I mean, obviously, if you are very established, you are probably one of the largest rescues in your area. But yeah, can you give us some insights and hopefully inspire people who, are supporting their local rescue?
Yeah. So we actually were just named, Tampa was named the #1 dog city in the US. So yeah, so we are crazy dog friendly here. Our restaurants, our stores are very crazy dog friendly. So we have a lot of places that come to us and they're like, hey, I want to help. We have dog bars where you can go have beers while your dogs play in pools. There's just so much to do. So I think the first thing to start off with is to go to places that are dog friendly. Go to stores that are dog friendly. Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, Hobby Lobby. These are stores that are dog friendly. And then obviously like PetSmart, Petco, and talk to them. Say, hey, even if it's a smaller organizations, listen, I do this in my spare time. I adopt out 4 dogs a month. That's 4 dogs that lives were saved. And just say, can I have a couple hours of your day on a Saturday, on a Sunday, on a Tuesday? Because, those are the days that people really don't have as much going on. And ask, can I just come in and have a couple minutes to show off what I have? And I think people are really receptive to that now, because dogs are not just our pets anymore. Dogs are our family.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, I like it. By the way, did you hear, Jen's Tuesdays when we do our lives? I think that we know the date, but I do love what you mentioned. And I also would encourage these people when they go and talk to businesses to also, kind of make a point that they will generate traffic, and just give the opportunity to the new business, to this business, to have new loyal raving clients, because a lot of times, you just don't know. Like if you make me go to a pet clothing, like a clothing store, I probably typically never would go, but for fur babies, we would go. So that's a good point. And maybe also a good idea for everyone would be, to maybe leave a message. Like in my area, I'm sure in Tampa and different areas, they have a community Facebook pages. So groups, you can just ask nicely, we want to host fundraising event. We just need the space. If you are pet friendly business, would you please, DM us. And by the way, hi to everyone watching live. And I recently have my friend from Leanne from actually Australia watching us, which is really, fascinating. It's very late there. Actually, it's probably like about 1 a.m, so it's really late. But anyway, those are some good tips, right, Jen?
Absolutely. As anyone involved with Celebrity Catwalk knows, finding venues in New York City for me was very difficult, very tough. So these are all very good, very good tips and tricks and ways to maneuver your way in there, because it's not always easy. But in cities, like you said, Sarah, I think that dogs are more and more people are realizing the value and the importance, how much they enrich our lives. So definitely, I think that's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And are there any more tips or anything else, Sarah, you would like to share with us? And also, I have one last question, other than where people can find you. But do you kind of keep dressing Ella with the cute outfits you got from Celebrity Catwalk once in a while?
We do. Actually, she's all excited right now, and she's running around the house because she knows she's going shopping after, because her hair is done and she's got a dress on. So she knows we're going shopping. So today she's actually wearing Two Sisters design, Chris Bryson.
Yes,
it's actually off playing with her sister now, but it's got flamingos, because we're in Florida, so she wears flamingos. But absolutely, I'm a big supporter of the Facebook groups that do different handmade designs. I just ordered her one for Thanksgiving. I just got in. Actually, I can show. This is her new one.
Oh, so cute.
So that's her new Halloween. And this is Denise made this.
Denise, yes, very cute.
So we wear stuff all the time, in the winter a little more because it's like 90 degrees outside right now, but I like to show her off. She likes to go out. She is so personable. Kids run up to her, she kisses them. She's just really, anytime we go anywhere, people just flock to her.
Wow. Well, of course, she's so cute dressed, little fashionista, Celebrity Catwalk fashionista, and mommy, beautiful kid. And then Jen, do you have any other questions or anything else you would like?
No, I love it. This is absolutely wonderful. Like Sarah said, I'll ask Sarah to give the website one more time for the Humane Society. If you have any questions, you will see Sarah and Ella back in 2023. You can always reach out to her on Facebook, and you've really given us you've given me some good food for thought, Sarah, in terms of enriching our events going forward. So I love it.
I love it too. And by the way, just to say that in Australia, Leanne, she just told me it's a 1. I was right. So we have right now a friend live. 1 in the morning, dedicated on the mission of uniting and helping for babies. Thank you. Big thank you so much. Yeah, and thank you to our Facebook friends. And eventually, if you're watching this as a replay or in YouTube or as a podcast, and Sarah, where people can find you on social media.
Sure. Before I tell you that, I want to say one more thing. When I'm with the Humane Society, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, my dog passed away this long ago. My dog passed away 2 weeks ago, 1 month, a year. And I don't know if I'm ready. It's too soon. Is it too soon? And they'll ask me, is it too soon? And I just want to remind that it was a week. Do I love my dog any less? No. My dog that passed away? Absolutely not. I actually have his picture because I wanted to show everybody. This is my monster. That was my man that slept next to me for 14 years. But it's not changing who you love. It's transferring that love that you have to another animal that wants to love you back. So I never want people to think that because they get a new pup earlier, that it's because they lost the love for the one that passed, because that's not true. We have too much love to give to keep that pent up, So I just wanted to, because people ask that all the time. So I just wanted to say that. But Ella is on Instagram. We're only on Instagram, and it's at Ella Bella Fonte. ELLABELLAFONTE. And that is where you'll find her. I kind of post a lot and then we get busy and we don't post so much, but we go on and off and we'll answer. And she likes to put her, her escapades on there.
Oh my God, I love it. Thank you so much. And we'll make sure, friends, we are going to give, Sarah and in our Instagram account as well in the description. So don't worry. And by the way, Leanne here, she's saying so cute and everyone, like, we love your fur baby. And thank you, by the way, very much for what you share. And that's why, actually, Jen found Stephanie, who is a grieving specialist, and she came to our show and she gave some tips. And I, from my humble experience as a photographer, I just know that we love every single furry baby in a different way, so, but also if you think of it, that if you adopt or, sooner rather than later, or just get a fur baby, you're just helping one life. And finding your best friend. And that's the reason when people say, that when you left your house and 2 minutes later you're coming back and your 4 legs babies love you more than your 2 legs, because 2 legs would say, I want my tablet. and the 4 legs will be.
Isn't that the truth? I have a teenager. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. And I cannot thank you enough to both of you for being with us. Thank you, Sarah, for, honestly, kind of bringing the light to our show with all of these great tips and recommendations for people to be open-minded on how they can support, more rescue organization in their area, and also in Celebrity Catwalk. And thank you to Jen for, just creating Paws in the City and Celebrity Catwalk. Our awesome
Thank you, Vasi. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, so much for giving us this Saturday. Thank you very much. This has been wonderful.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Enjoy your day, friends. Give a hug to your fur babies. And that's it, dress them cute and take a nice picture, because every day it's important and we create memories together. So thank you very much.
Thank you, folks. I'm sure to share the video. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure. Bye.